Hello, my name is Shelley, and welcome back for another episode of Ep37 as Siam. In previous episode, we had another war in China, and we managed to capture a decent chunk of the territory in there. I don't think we are planning on fighting any more wars in there. If they join in a war against us still at the end here at some point, then we might have to invade them one more time. We've got a pretty good army. I think what we might want to do, though, is start switching some of the troops. Not really everything, because I don't think we have quite the radios and ammunition and all that for upgrading everything to squad infantry, although, well, yeah, prices would go up. Let's just wait for a little bit of the productions to pick up speed again, and all that will probably be fine. Oh, and there we go. Now the supply network is back to good, so Formosa should be working again. There's a lot of porcelain that we produce in here. We'll give you a couple levels as well. There's still plenty of peasants in there, so, well, I suppose. Oh yeah, they got a decent bit of hiring to do. But yeah, overall we're doing pretty well, getting 100,000 per week. We're spending quite a bit of our investment pool right now. Oh, bollocks. The industrialists were supporting the laissez-faire, but they're no longer part of that group anymore. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. But we're also improving or increasing the size of our military a decent bit and all that. How is the military goods anyway right now? So ammunition. Oh, we got a bit of extra small arms. Artillery, we got okay ammunition and all that. What about... Where's the radios? The radios are over here. We got a bit of a shortage of those. Maybe what we can do is we can start switching some of the stuff over here, for example, to the newer stuff already. Go for the squad infantry, which is better. They capture more stuff. They got higher defense and higher offense. Although the offense isn't that much higher, but the... Oh, actually, no, offense is a lot higher, defense isn't that much higher. There's the other way around, but yeah, we'll get at least some of that. The artillery is already as good as it can be. We got motorized reconnaissance in a lot of these already. And then machine gunners, we could go for infiltrators to increase the offensive capabilities of these armies. Maybe we could have, like, the troops from China be with the machine gunners, and then the troops in Indochina be with infiltrators or something, or even flamethrower companies. That would require a decent bit of oil, though. So maybe just go with the infiltrators for now. That reduces the small amounts of ammunition use actually a little bit. But increases the radio and explosive uses. But that would increase the offensive values quite a bit. And the defensive values on the army should still be pretty decent overall. So I think we'll be okay. But we'd have to do that on a lot of the other stuff in here as well, admittedly. To be fair, how bad is the lack of radios now? Minus 200, okay, so we definitely need to start improving the radio production, as well as electricity by the looks of it, and iron, and rubber. Wine is something that we will be increasing over time. We've got some wheat farms underway, but it's, well, it'll take some effort to actually get everything done, so we are losing a lot of... Okay, so once we run out of investment pool, we'll start losing a bit of cash. It's not going to be too bad, admittedly. But we'll lose a little bit at the same time. We're building so much more stuff that the GDP should be rising very, very rapidly. We got the biggest GDP already. Probably had that for a while, haven't we? Number 3 in the Great Powers list. So if we have a look at the country browser. So USA still has more prestige. They got almost 9,000. Germany's got 9,500. I suppose we could always increase the size of our military and all that. That will probably increase our prestige a decent bit. Over time, at least. And did we... I don't remember if I did all of these yet. No, I did not. Okay. Let's get these underway. But I'm already thinking about doing my next playthrough, probably as Japan. So it will probably be a lot of fighting against Qing as well. Again, ragged schools. You know, progress towards enactment of compulsory primary school. Ragged schools have been evidently suggested throughout the country. These charitable organizations would provide food and education to our society's most destitute children. The monks, okay, so we can let the clergy handle that. Enactment success chance plus 10%. Clergy would get more power and interest, or the approval of them would increase, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. A wonderful initiative should be handled by teachers, so that's again 10% success chance. The monks' approval rating would drop, but the intelligence's approval rating would increase. Clergymen would become more radical. We don't really need more radicals, we got 80 million of them. I'm just going to give that to the monks. There's no necessarily down to do that, other than the fact that the clergy will get a bit... Oh, where's this one? Is this some... Oh, that's Emperor. Never mind. But yeah, luckily the radical numbers are dropping. It's just going to take a while, and we're building so many things in China now. And it's a bit insane. Admittedly, we got 9 pages of things. And this is with the mod that I believe increases the amount of things on each page. Compression ignition. Right, so that's diesel engines for the motor industries. Ignition tractors. Diesel pumps for the mines. Ooh. The other side of the fence. People have been complaining about the differences in living standards between us and our neighbors in Tibet. We can probably increase the trade union's approval a little bit. It will give us the 20 or plus 20% workforce ratio. Yeah, we'll do that one. But yeah, Japan is probably going to be the next playthrough. And what we're going to try to do is stay as shogunate and no elections or anything like that. But we'll probably at least take over a bit of Korea, a bit of China and all that. And the Pacific, more or less. So it's probably going to be fairly similar playthrough, except, you know, the troubles of like what I'm thinking about. You let me know in the comments what you think about this, but like monarchy, no voting. Oh, military aviation, done. All right. That is in military, I presume. We're going to go for the mobile armor. Sure. We can get some tanks being produced. Oh, but military aviation, didn't we have a military or factory for that? I don't think we did. But war machine industries, for example, over here, there's a lot of peasants in here, so this is kind of a prime location for it. So we can start using the planes for recon, which I don't think we'll have the production quite yet to do everything. Of course, we could build immediately like 5 levels on that. But we got the ignition engine, so what we could do over here, if we would go for the diesel pump, that would be a lot of iron extra, but there's a lot of coal that you need to run these. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, as it were. Do we have a lot of oil rigs over here that we could we can't increase the productions in these, I'm afraid. Not directly, anyway. Okay, that's all the oil rigs. Let's actually have a look. Oil rigs, that's in resources. There is East Borneo. Oh, we can have up to 40 of them. Right. Well, those will be built. Is there pops for that? Probably not enough. But, you know, it'll increase eventually. Gonna be a massive amount of increase in production there. Maybe we'll pull a few of those to the top. Okay, that'll increase the oil production a lot. We're getting £250,000 per week now. Okay. Admittedly, the construction speed is pretty high, and we're still gonna be losing a lot of the investment pool soon enough, so the actual profit will not be quite as high. Ooh, we got authority though. We could actually... Do we have an edict over here? No, we do not. What we should probably do is put in the edict for there for resource gathering. Or decree in there. Resource industry. Because that's going to have so many mines in there that it's just going to be a massive boost in production. Plus it's going to increase the amount of peasants that are going to be employed there. Sicilian proletariat revolt. For obligation against France. No, I'm not really interested in that. So is France in a war then? They're war against Egypt again. What is that war about? Ah, Hejaz. Right, that has been already annexed. Right, so there's a revolution there and the French are being pushed back. Alright. Chemical warfare is spreading to us. Should I be worried about that? It looks like Kansai... Well, we got some infrastructure already queued up in there. And then... Where was the other one? Oh, that's probably in... down here. No? Hold on a minute. Oh, wait. Maybe it's been fixed already. Partially, anyway. We did just get a lot of class works in here, so that's going to be a lot of extra income. So overall, our economy is actually doing fairly well. It could be better. There's still a lot of things that we don't have sufficiently. Including, what we could do is get some dye plantations over here. Although we had a dye plantations... Oh yeah, we got plenty of dye plantations here, so let's build a few of those. The primary school still hasn't passed, unfortunately. I'm hoping that we can get that passed soon, though. But right now, since we got a lot of the troops switching sort of the qualities... Oh, discover in France. Alright, so that's even more oil in Persia. Oh, that does remind me though, there was the oil rigs over here in Shubu, wasn't it? Yeah, we got 22 of them already, so we can't increase the production there. It's already producing quite a bit of oil though. If we have a look at the oil production, we got 12.7 thousand being produced. A lot, well, most of that is from the oil rigs. There's a decent bit from the whaling stations as well. To be fair, is there whaling stations that I could still build? Let's have a look at the resources. Whaling stations they are. There's a lot in Tonga, Victoria. Sakhalin could have a few. Let's just start building these. Even more oil. Need to feed the industries. Right, so did we... The power plants there isn't... Well, there's an oil-fired power plant, but we haven't unlocked that yet. I don't know if we will. Like, our research is not quite good enough. Necessarily for quite everything. I mean, there's... We are actually getting the oil turbine, so we might get that. But the coal-fired power plants are still usually good enough. Convention for Conservative Party or paper mills throughput. Ooh. I'll get the paper mills throughput because that's going to be even more money. Now, we are already... Oh, actually, we still got 1.2 million in credit. We'll make that less than a million now. Who's going to win? So we got the Radical Party, which is most likely going to win the election. And then there's the Conservative Party, which is basically everything else. Except the rural folk and the... Well, that's marginalized. The petty bourgeoisie. But yeah, that is... ooh, did we run out of... Oh yeah, we've run out of investment pool. We're still actually gaining some money, though. There's some construction stuff that isn't covered by our things. Ooh, USA is importing luxury clothing from us. Okay, so I'm guessing we're getting pretty good... Oh yeah, we're getting 200,000 tariffs total. 100,000 from oil. Oh, wow. Am I protecting our oil supply? Yes, I am. So I'm getting a lot of tariffs from there. Who's buying it? So Germany is buying a massive amount. Then Spain. Austria. Well, actually, Austria is buying more than Spain. There's a bit of fluctuating in there, but there's France. So it's a lot of the big nations and then New South Wales that is buying our oil. I mean, I guess it's not the worst. Right, so... In the meanwhile, I don't think there's a lot of exporting that we can do to nations because we're embargoed by most nations in the world. Something is something 700 infamy. Ooh, Egyptian market would want to buy some of our clothing. Or Persian market. Looks like the Egyptian market would give us a little bit better tariffs. We'll put in there, we got plenty of convoys to be fair, so we could do a lot more trading if we hadn't angered everyone. I suppose we don't actually need to expand too much. I mean, there's still a little bit of area that wouldn't be too bad to take, but we have a lot of truces going on. If we want to fight, it would have to be through, like, British Raj or Surakacha or something, which would require us fighting the British one way or another. Although at this stage, what I'm going to do, I got such a massive income anyway. I'm just going to switch to all the troops. The conscript especially can be switched to the stuff. Well, maybe the conscripts could be the machine gunners at least, in case we need some. And then the barracks, I'm just going to put all into infiltrators and squad infantry. This is going to increase our... Oh, we could put aerial reconnaissance. Now, admittedly, we don't have any production for those yet. We're able to just use the motor reconnaissance. It's going to reduce the rubber and tool prices a little bit. Although actually not that massive, I guess. A bit more increase in oil use. And definitely increase in automobile use. Which, to be fair, what we could do is... Where do we have the motor industries in here? I know that we got somewhere in here, at least one of them. This one. That's not using or producing cars yet, but we could start producing a little bit more in there. And hopefully it will make it a bit more profitable as well. Give it a few levels. Rousing speed, captivate the public. Yeah, I suppose I'll take the 15% increase in there. I want to pass the schools just so that we can get the literary rate to be a bit higher. We're currently the number 19 in the world, so it's not too shabby considering how much of a population we have. We've got 300 million, which is the biggest in the world, and the GDP is almost at 900. Well, it's getting close to 900 million. Admittedly, we've got a lot of construction going on. But there's only 5 pages. How many pages do we construct at a time? I think it's close to 5. Well, a little bit of the 4th, although these, I think these are a bit longer pages, so maybe not. But it's still a lot in there, regardless. But I guess we could increase some other productions now, so if we have a look at the prices, the wine is pretty expensive still. We need more electricity. I believe we got the power production Yeah, over here. I'll just give it a few levels. And then, what else do we need? More rubber. Radios. Did we have radio production at the... Where's the electric facility here in China? I know that we got... Oh, there we go. Electric Industries. It's already producing radios. I'm going to give that a few levels. And then I guess we need to start farming a lot more rubber in our plantations. We're going to get some over here. Capital is not actually at full. We'll get some in there. We'll get another 2 over there. 12 over here, although these might not have enough pops in there, but I'm sure that there will some will migrate in there, even when there's extras. Just trying to make sure that the things are not too heavy. But yeah, in terms of the... I get about the Japan thing, so we'll... On the citizenship, we'll probably stay at national supremacy or ethno-state. I'm not entirely sure which will. So will be perhaps a bit oppressive regime that time. We'll have a lot of authority at least to use. And then we'll probably stay... The armed model will probably go professional. So basically, I'd say these 4 won't change. The bureaucracy maybe we can change, and like the bottom 3 over here we could change. These laws we can change, and these laws we can probably change as well. At least that's kind of the idea that I'm formulating right now. It might take a while before it's time for it to be used, though. And then we'll probably... Well, we'll try to colonize, of course, northern Hokkaido and Sakhalin. And then we'll do some conquest... Oh, as well as, I suppose, the Pacific in general. We'll try to colonize what we can. We'll see. I mean, what we could do is we could start building a lot of puppets. I don't know how well the puppets would actually build their things, to be fair. Probably not all that well. Oh, look at that. The amount of radicals has dropped by 5 million in the past year. Okay, so that's not too shabby, and the population is increasing by 2 million per year. Alright, the standard of living isn't all that great in most of China, although most of our own regions is not too bad. How is it in here on average? 17.8. Alright, alright. So not the worst. GDP per capita is only 2.8 though, but it's just we got a massive population. So trying to get through. Also, we are integrating this in less than 2 years. Oh, Radical Party has won. Alright, let's see the government. Oh, if we go for that one, it's going to be 99%. That's going to be a massive boost in our enactment time. Well, the enactment speed of things. More loyalists, so we'll be getting over 1 million loyalists per month according to that. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case, but we'll probably be getting a lot of loyalists regardless. And the more there's loyalists, the more there's going to be approval rating from the interested groups. So overall, it's going to be giving us a lot of bonuses and even more oil found in fast. Oh, wow. Right, I have a feeling that at some point we're going to have to, not in this run probably, but in one of the runs we'll probably have to take a lot of oil from there. Or like a puppet Persia or something and have them build. The biggest problem that I have with the puppeting system in this game is that you can't sort of tell your puppet, hey, prioritize these industries because those would make a lot of money for both of us. Right, how are we doing in... So we got electricity problems a little bit, radios, rubber, urbanized Siam. Oh, West Java has become a long way since our... Okay. Long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from small houses and scattered farmlands to being on its way to become a blooming metropolis. Alright, well, does that mean that we can actually do another... No, I don't think so. It was Western Java, though. Heavily urbanized, yeah, it is. Okay, so, I don't think there's much that we can... I mean, there's a decent bit of things that we could build in here. But not necessarily the stuff that I was looking to build. Let's actually set these to auto-expand. All of them. We'll give it a few more levels for the electric industry. That can always be nice. So hopefully we can pass the compulsory primary school this time. Ooh, all discovered in Eastern Java. Hello, how much can we have? Okay, another 2 rigs. It's not a massive boost, but it's better than nothing. Of course, it's already pretty much to the max that we can build in there, so I'm pretty sure... Oh, there we go. We managed to increase the literacy rate enough to get 160 innovation per week. Still 9 months away from the mobile armor, admittedly. I suppose if we want to We did, yeah, we did switch all the units there. How bad is the... So the radio shortage is fairly high. It's not the biggest, actually. I wonder if we were to switch... Oh, that's already producing radios. Let's have a look. Is there any other areas that aren't producing the... No, all the electric industries are producing radios already. Alright. Ooh, actually, is there a lot of telephones available? That's in luxury, right? Yeah, not a lot. But there's not a massive shortage either. I suppose what I could do, actually, over here, government administration, switch these to telephone switchboards. Is it going to be a little bit more in there? But it's going to increase the tax efficiency in this area, because this state is going to have a bit of a problem with the taxation. Although now it's going to be definitely better, but like it's 20 months until it's integrated. Grassroots support for the law. Alright. Ooh, okay, that's incidental Java only, so we'll just increase the trade union's power, I guess. It's 80% now, man. Let's talk about sieges in EU4 or something. Oh, okay, we're building almost everything at the same time right now. Okay, so let's figure out a few more things. Clothing is something we're going to expand most likely. It's probably actually easier to figure out which area is going to be more profitable if we go through the industries here. So, textile mills, earnings. Bangkok already has pretty good levels in the... Oh, actually, that's the lowest earnings. Right, we'll go for places that already have some production. So, I suppose Formosa is going to be the most profitable right now. Get a few levels there. Sunda Islands could get another one. Moluccas could get a few... Not a massive amount of peasants there, but that'll probably still be sufficient. There's going to be a lot of extra clothing being produced, hopefully. Plus a lot of luxury clothing, so that is going to be a good amount of money for us, I reckon. And how's the productions in here? We've got the iron mines to be fully upgraded. It does use a decent bit of oil in there, admittedly. But the iron price has dropped drastically, which is actually very good news for us. The oil price, on the other hand, is increasing. Coffee price is also pretty high. Alright, did we have any coffee plantations? We can't plant them there. I suppose in Java there would probably be some coffee plantations, right? Oh, yes. Let's give you a few levels in there. And we get 25 levels on that one. So that's going to keep the stuff going. Still haven't passed the primary schools, though. That is really unsettling. We've got on the airplanes now. It's not actually worth it quite yet. But what I think... Oh, right, that would be producing tanks as well. I'm just going to give it another 5 levels, but what we're going to do is we're going to start switching the troops from motorized reconnaissance to aerial reconnaissance. The automobiles price is going to drop a lot, aeroplanes price is going to increase a lot, and I guess it's going to cost a bit less. Provinces capture is going to increase with that. So there we go, now we should have some planes going on. Of course, right now our troops won't be quite as effective, so we're not going to do a war quite yet. We might still do like one war against the British or something, to get the sort of borders cleaned up a bit, including in Eastern New Guinea. Oh. Resource boom. Where's this? Annam. Oh. Sure. Do your promotion. Sure, we can promote you, I guess. Oh wow, we're gonna have 1,200 conscripts. That's quite a bit, actually. And how is the tech coming along? It's a mobile armor that is 7 months away. What about in society? What are we researching there? Behaviorism, that's 3 to 4 weeks away. That's actually not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, we're getting more motor engines in here. Did we get the... Yeah, we got the diesel engines possibility. That would reduce the electricity price a lot, but the oil consumption would increase drastically, so I'm not entirely sure. Like, maybe we could do that in few places. Not in too many. But it reduces the electricity price and engine price. Oil rush subsidies. Nothing lasts forever. What's this? Is that... Mara is having another revolution. Alright. How much do we have cash right now? We've got so much that we could probably drop the taxes a bit. It might reduce our income quite a bit, but we're still making profits, so I'm not too worried about that. And plus, it's going to start increasing the legitimacy of our government, which is already 100. The radicals from standard of living decreases will be reduced. Oh, we're actually losing a bit of money there. But the amount of lawyers that we get is going to start going up very rapidly now. So that is definitely good news for us. And the amount of construction that we're doing is already dropping fairly high. We could probably get some more fine arts. Or just... Oh, oil discovered in Chubu again. Oh, hello. I'll take more. Oh, yeah, that's 8 more oil rigs. It's pretty good. Also, it increases throughput overall here quite a bit. Economy of scale is already at 21% plus colonial exploitation another 10%. Alright, well, that's gonna be pretty good. Amount of oil from there. I don't know if that's the largest one that we have. Possibly. I don't know if there's actually... Is there gonna be oil discovered in... No, I don't think there's gonna be oil discovered in here. What I should do, though, is put in the diesel pumps on the gold mines, because that's gonna be a lot. Actually, we'll just do it to all of them immediately. The oil price is probably gonna jump very, very high, but the amount of money that we get from minting now is gonna be massive. 800,000 already. How much of that is from the gold? Well, the GDP is a bit more than half of it. Probably around 60% total when you factor in all the... Oh, come on, we still don't get the thing? I could just take the prestige. But no, I'm just gonna... Oh, behavior isn't unlocked. There we go. So bureaucracy cost multiplier. So we get a lot more bureaucracy, that's for sure. Still making 110,000 pounds per week profit, so that's pretty nice as well. We're getting a lot of power produced now, I'm hoping, at least. That'll help a decent bit as well. The iron mines, there's... Well, let's start using dynamites on all of them. That's going to increase the iron production drastically. We could do that in the sulfur mines as well. And I suppose we could also start going... Well, the cotton plantation, I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have, but start using the rail transportation on all of these. Although they... Oh. Looks like we're going to need to build a lot more railways. Let's make all of them to automatically expand. That'll probably start queuing up a lot of things in there. I suppose I could do that on basically everything. Just automatically expand if it's profitable. If we have enough of buildings doing that, then eventually we'll have everything upgrading on its own. And we don't need to worry about it. We've got so many universities as well that we don't really need to worry about that. So in the rule of section, we'll also put in everything to upgrade if it can. And it's profitable. Like, we've filled up a lot of the resources admittedly already, but if there is chance for upgrading, there we go. So now we should have a little bit more expansion, although it looks like our construction is just not picking up stuff to build quickly enough. Seems to be the problem. Let's have a look. So wine is still very expensive. We have increased in wine production a decent bit. We'll probably be increasing that a lot more. Fine art, electricity. Okay, so let's go ahead and build another few levels for the power plant. Where do we... Was it in Annam? Yeah, it's in Annam. We'll just give it another 3 levels. Oh, puppet dog. Right, so we have exported a lot of opium. Not entirely surprised by that. Rivalry Great Britain can no longer be maintained. Oh. At least cordial. Okay, so that means that we won't be able to declare... Well, actually, technically speaking, we can declare war on someone else instead of Great Britain, and they would be forced to join. So Surakasha, for example, if we declare war on them. Before we do that, though, let's double check the troop quality. Have we gotten the upgrades done all the way? No, we have not, so we need another few months. So around June is when we can do that, but at the same time, we are getting pretty close to the end of the episode. We'll just see if the primary school will finally pass. It's 91%. I'm a bit surprised if it doesn't. There we go. So now that we've got that, we can just immediately start increasing the institution of education. We probably don't need the colonial affairs anymore because there's not a lot to colonize. I'm going to just reduce it all the way to the level 1. So social security we could increase. I'm not entirely sure if we need to. We will increase the home affairs. Now it's going to increase the conscription rate a lot, to be fair. But the radicalism will be reduced. But anyway, with that, we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.